Hi guys, sorry I can't talk very well. I have hit a little bit of a snag the last couple of days. So Thursday night I went and saw Black Panther and I felt fine. And then I woke up on about 3 hours after I fell asleep. And I had some pain, not in my teeth, but in my gums right here. But I thought it was a toothache, so I did because I have teeth problems, so I did what I always do. I'm not crying, I'm itchy. I rinsed with salt water, and I took ibuprofen. I stay elevated. I did it all day Friday. I just kept taking ibuprofen. And I didn't fall asleep Friday night, like maybe for 2 minutes. So 3 hours on Thursday night and no hours on Friday night. And early this morning, well, it's 11:21, so it's still Saturday. So early this morning, Saturday, I couldn't take it anymore. I knew that it was probably something worse than a toothache. And I was looking like this. I went to the doctor, and I'll post pictures on my page later. This actually looks worse than it did. But I went to the doctor and it kind of looked like this. And I was crying a lot. I'm not crying now because I took some pain meds before I had this video. And they'll kick in more in a minute. I also took some antibiotics. But basically the doctor, I was crying a lot. I had anxiety and I was crying a lot. But I tried to cooperate. He wanted me to pull my lip up and look at where it hurt on my gums. And I had a little abscess. It looked like a pimple. I hope I'm not grossing you out. And there was probably fluid in there and in my gums. There's not really fluid in my cheek. This is more like inflammation. And so he needed to pop it. And there was no time to give me pain meds because abscesses can spread. They're in your jaw and you leave them. They can like dissolve your jaw and you travel to your heart and stuff. And if they pop on their own, you could like pass out and stuff. So I tried to be brave and sorry, the cat is drinking out of the dog bowl. Maybe I have to fill up her water. Baby, why are you drinking out of the dog bowl? Come here, baby. Good girl. She'll come. She always comes. She's the only cat. She's not the only cat I know that comes when you call her, but she's the closest animal I've ever been bonded to. Come here, baby. Baby kitty. Baby kitty. Come here, baby. Hi. Come here, buddy. Come on, baby. Come on. Good girl. That's my baby. Easy. Her fur is getting better. Her fur was itchy around the holidays, and she just kind of like licked it all off. Made it all dry and everything, and she had like no fur. It looked like she had leggings on. It's coming in patches. I should call you Patches now instead of Heck. What the heck, baby? Why are you drinking out of the dog's bowl? Look, he's been driving me crazy all week. I'm just getting distracted. Anyway, the way things went about was, the doctor gave me like 2 different Q-tips, both covered in this pink, gel-looking thing called lidocaine. And one I put he helped guide me, but he put it beside into the back of the abscess. Hey, it's looking better already. And then the second one, because it was a little bit numb already, I put it directly on the abscess. Part 2 was after a couple minutes of just holding it on there. He got a big needle out and he put Novocaine. What, buddy? I know, you know I'm not feeling good. Okay, go. I'll play with you in a minute. Go. I'm doing a video. You always do that. Yeah, so then he took a big thing of Novocaine. I almost had to be held down because it wasn't completely numb yet. But I knew that if he did it, all this pain that I'd been crying all day with, and the fever would go away. So, buddy, I keep pushing it. There, go. She's playing with a chew stick I gave her. Next to yogurt containers and a soup container that I always let her lick, and I haven't picked them up yet. And over in the corner, I don't know if you saw, is a cushion she ripped up. I had to bag it up. That's going to the trash. Her $50 dog bed. I'll show that to you later too. Anyway, yeah, so they put the Novocaine in, and I was passed out at that point. I really did, because I wasn't breathing. I was trying my hardest to stay still. I was in a sit-up chair, but I was kind of like leaning back, holding on to the arms of the chair, and just kind of like holding my breath and letting him do it. But I was like, but I wasn't screaming, because I can't couldn't open my mouth that much. But there was like a nurse kind of holding my shoulder and patting me, and the doctor was just kind of, and then he was done. He's like, "Oh, done. No, breathe." And then I took a breath, but I saw like stars. The Novocaine hurt really bad, but the worst part was to come. After about half an hour after that, he let the Novocaine sit in, but it still wasn't numb. But I just wanted to get it over with. And he had the nurse come in again and kind of hold me. Not like hold me down. It's kind of like, they knew I had anxiety, and they knew they had to like comfort me and talk to me and everything. They did really good. And basically he took a needle without anything in it, and he was going to poke it. But the first time, he did it twice. First time he poked it, but nothing happened. And he knew he probably wouldn't get another chance because it hurt. You know, like, he's like, hold on one more time. And then he poked it again. And immediately, yeah, my eyes look better. When I woke up, it was like this. And immediately, see, it was swollen before, and it felt like a lump was up here. And when he poked it, it went, and immediately it was like, whoa. And so he had me spit out, and he said that what I was spitting out was like 80% pus and 20% blood. It was gross. I know I'm grossing you out right now, huh? And the last couple weeks and the last couple months, I've had symptoms of achiness all over, including fever, fatigue, weight gain, not being able to control my body temperature. So I'll wake up sweating, and then I'll start shivering a minute later. And now we have an infection that is like a thyroid inflammation, he says. Which is why me rinsing with salt water and taking ibuprofen and keeping my head elevated, like I usually do with tooth pain, wasn't working. Because it wasn't a toothache. It was an abscess, but it wasn't on the tooth. It was on the gum line. It had to do with another infection in the body that came out here. Might have to come out here, I don't know. But the thing is, I had to clear it up because I have 2 appointments on the same day this week, on Tuesday. I don't know. It's been a few days since the last video. I might have said that I had to take an assessment and stuff for both of these places. But basically, today's Saturday. In the morning on Tuesday, I have to travel downtown by 8:30 and get to vocational rehab for the VA, do an intake. And then by 1 o'clock, I have to travel out to Tigard, which is, so downtown is, like, it's going to be a big triangle. Downtown, where I need to go, is about 9 miles from my house, traveling almost due east. And then I have to travel 9 miles from there to Tigard, southwest of downtown. And then Tigard's like 3-4 miles up. So it's one of those equal side, little side triangles. Because I would go back north to my house. Hey, Loki. Hey. You've been a demon cat this week. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. He's been... It might have been in pain, but he's just been frustrating me all week. Heck and the dog will stay in my bed all night, but Loki won't. So he usually stays out here. While I have 2 litter boxes now. One's in my closet and one's in... Oh, stop it. And one's in the bathroom. And there's a door between them, so I will keep him out here all by himself. Well, he's been opening cupboards and knocking down dishes. He even stretches his hand underneath the door and goes with that little spring door stopper thing. Or he'll go meow, meow all night. And if I put him in the cage, it gets worse. The kennel that I use for the dog. I know that sounds mean to do that to a cat, but because I haven't gotten sleep and I'm just in so much pain and swollen, he's driving me nuts. Anyway, here's all my pets. That one's... I need to teach my dog to pick up yogurt cups when she's done with them and throw them away. What do you think? Anyway, so I came home and I took the amoxicillin and I'll just call it pain meds, but because it has one of these things on it, you know it's good stuff. Pain meds, which was great. By then, it didn't look like this. It wasn't puffy. It was going away. This wasn't here. I'll post some pictures on my page, but when I came home and did that and ate, after about an hour, I looked normal, I felt normal. And then maybe an hour later, I took those around 4, but by 7 o'clock I was getting drowsy. I was like, because I hadn't slept in like 2 days, and I was starting to feel normal. I even thought I didn't need the pain meds anymore. And the pain meds are 1 to 2 tablets by mouth every 6 hours as needed for pain, and not to take with Tylenol, because this has the same ingredients as Tylenol, and they do different things. But I could take them with with this, which is ibuprofen, which is anti-inflammatory, and doesn't have... So that's more like... Ibuprofen's more like aspirin, and the stuff I have is... It's more like acetaminophen, which is Tylenol, and you can't double up on that. But you can take both, and at the same time. So I did all that, I felt great, and then I took a nap on the wrong side of my face. Because now it's 11:30, and I had gotten drowsy around 7, and I just laid down a little bit after that. So a good 4.5 hour nap, but on the wrong side. And obviously, I need to keep myself on a schedule. I just took all the weekend, don't worry. I did that before I started talking. And I don't know if you can tell that they've been working. This has turned out to be a long video. But, yeah, I feel like my mouth is opening up more. Maybe because I'm talking and working it. Maybe they're just kicking in. But I did not take them with any food, so I have this yogurt over here. By the way, I always get 2 of everything. I have OCD, so I like even number things. But this is the only vanilla bean yogurt I got. I had like 2 blackberry and 2 honey. And so when I was looking through my bags, I'm like, well, I only have 1 blended vanilla bean, which, by the way, it looks really cool. It has these little black dots in it. The other one was strawberry banana. Well, I'm allergic to strawberries. What am I going to do with that one? I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll give it to somebody.